Hey everyone, welcome to the hilarious mechanic story. Griff thought, little Yoda, my school super assistant. Seeing his obedience, he relaxed and took Colin to the conference room. The green guy nearly fainted seeing Colin. Recalling stealing Griff's money and getting caught still haunts him. Pay his debts, he's stuck here. Colin excitedly opened a 3D map and narrated the breathtaking sequel of the Imperial defeat. Leftover rebels secretly sell weapons. They plan to obliterate the base, aiding Colin for Navarro's better life. So they zoomed on back to the Empire's secret base. Imperial soldiers, realizing cameras failed, frantically called for backup light staff. Just then, Colin choked an Imperial soldier. She's legendary for choking a cow one-handed, and he was OUT. Colin smashed surveillance screens. Griff found keys on a corpse. They sprinted to the core. What an adventure. The green dude unlocked the door with his skills magic. He found geothermal energy and realized, hey, it generates power. However, they only had 10 minutes to evacuate before the explosion. Just as they were ready to escape, stormtroopers blocked their path. Time to find a new route. They found a creature floating in a container and got excited. Kalara realized it was the Empire's lab. How cool. On the control panel, the experiment report revealed the doctors studying little Yoda's principles failed due to lack of blood. Crazy. Griff was shocked. They'd end lives. Colin, worried about little Yoda, rushed to the nearest volcano to rescue him. Using his jetpack, Colin zoomed to Navarro School while his friends, without one, tiptoed up, spotted by stormtroopers. Oh no. After a thrilling battle, Kalara, covered by Griff, started a tank and charged at him. What a show. The duo quickly hopped into the car to escape, but found the exit blocked. Kalara's quick thinking was top-notch. With the base about to blow, Kalara slammed the gas pedal for a stylish U-turn, leaving everyone else sweating bullets. This is too Kalara accelerated downwards with a scream, and the tank plummeted from 100-meter height, turning the motorcycles into dust. What an explosion. They successfully escaped the blast zone as 4 fighters soared into the sky, and the people trapped there let out a huge sigh of relief. When the explosion roared, the secret base was flattened. Just as they were relieved, real danger was about to arrive. 4 fighter jets headed straight for Kalara's tank. She cranked the power up to max while Griff manned the cannons, ready for battle. Fighter jets seemed too fast. Griff put in all to shoot one down, but it crashed on the tank's cannon. Oops. In a crucial moment, the only cannon that could fight back was destroyed, making the battle extraordinarily perilous. The tension was just then. Colin's shipblade of the Peak arrived just in time. Hearing that little Yoda was in danger, he immediately came to the rescue with incredible piloting skills. The ship spun, dodging bullets, and obliterated Imperial fighters. Poor little Yoda wasn't as lucky. Little Yoda's cookies were all thrown up. Colin, regretting it, flew to Corvus, but unexpected trouble waited. Suddenly, a tracker was installed on his ship, and all his info was in the Empire's clutches. Unbelievable. Ahsoka Tano, wielding 2 lightsabers, was the Jedi Colin was searching for. Talk about epic. Hardly visible, she lasts but 3 seconds when glimpsed. Mysterious. In the night, Ahsoka vanished and appeared at the city gate already under Sheriff Morgan's control. She was ruthless, leaving her people in great suffering. Ahsoka coldly said, surrender, or face the consequences. Calmly turning, she melted into the darkness. Meanwhile, Colin arrived in the city, gearing up for the next riveting adventure. Guard immediately recognized Colin as a Mandalorian and ordered his men to open the door for him. Talk about impatient. Upon entering the governor's office, Colin spotted villagers tied to telephone poles that were seriously unsettling. The governor's office's luxury was unbelievable, like a palace. Morgan knew not to underestimate Mandalorians. He asked Colin to take down the Jedi Ahsoka in exchange for a spear made from Mandalorian iron. Now that's a solid deal. Colin was pleased, but sought the Jedi more. The guard said she probed the nearby forest, mischievous. The guard, spotting the little bull in Colin's pocket, asked in surprise, "What in the world is that?" "That's my lucky pet," Colin replied, while secretly thinking this Mandalorian is way too childish for bringing a kitten along. Entering the forest with the little bull, Colin heard some strange noises and quickly placed the bull on a rock, grabbing his binoculars to take. To his surprise, it was just a mouse from this planet. Colin was stunned, thinking he encountered a monster. Hilarious. Just then, a shadow of a lightsaber struck. Colin didn't see it coming and found himself knocked flat. In crisis, his arms flamethrower pushed back the attacker, but he tumbled to the ground. Unfortunately, he ended up tying himself to the tree and shouted, "Tuku, help me." What a mess. Ahsoka saw the little bull and finally realized Colin was not an enemy. She put her sword down. What a smart judgment. The cat-like little bull and Ahsoka bonded, making the 2 Jedi roll in camaraderie. After a night filled with chit-chat, Ahsoka finally figured things out and told Colin, his name is Grogu. What a unique name. Colin tried calling out Grogu, only to discover this little guy wasn't even human. Shocking. Yet he possessed incredible powers. He had to hide in the Jedi Temple of Coruscant because of a tragic incident so sad. Ahsoka lifted a stone to test Grogu's strength, but he tossed it to the ground. Approaching him, Ahsoka sensed his thoughts and realized he was scared, so she called Colin over to give it a shot.